Today we're going to talk about something that can sometimes be confusing. What role does local government play when a large infrastructure project comes through the community, but the county is not the one leading it? From time to time, residents see proposals for things like electric transmission lines, natural gas pipelines, rail projects, or major highway improvements. These projects can have a big impact locally, but they are often led by state agencies, regional authorities, or utility companies, not the county government. So, what exactly is the county's role? Let's walk through it. Some infrastructure projects are led by private utility companies, state agencies, regional transportation authorities, or federally regulated entities. In Virginia, for example, electric transmission line projects are typically regulated at the state level by the Virginia State Corporation Commission. That means the authority to approve, deny, or modify those projects does not rest with the county government. Even when the county is not the decision maker, it may still have an important, though limited, role. Depending on the type of project, local government responsibilities may include reviewing land use impacts. The county may evaluate whether the project is consistent with its comprehensive plan or zoning ordinances. However, in some cases, state law limits how much local zoning authority applies to public utility projects. The county may submit formal comments, resolutions, or recommendations to the state agency that is reviewing the project. For example, in Virginia, the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality may review environmental impacts, while the State Corporation Commission reviews need and routing. The county's input becomes part of the public record, but the final decision is made at the state level. Even when the county cannot approve or deny a project, staff may work with the project developer to address road crossings, traffic management, emergency access, stormwater concerns, and communication with residents. This coordination helps reduce local disruption when possible. It's equally important to understand what local government typically cannot do in these situations. If state law grants approval authority to a state agency, the county usually cannot veto the project, cannot require alternative routes beyond its legal authority, and cannot override decisions made by state regulators. This can understandably feel frustrating to residents, especially when a project directly affects their property or community. But local governments must operate within the authority granted to them under state law. Even when a project is state regulated, residents still have meaningful opportunities to be heard. These often include public hearings held by the state regulatory body, written comment periods, participation in environmental review processes, and direct engagement with the project developer. State agencies are required to consider public input as part of their decision-making process. If you're interested in participating, county staff can often help direct you to the appropriate agency and process. Large infrastructure projects like electric transmission lines or major transportation systems often cross multiple localities. Because of that, the Commonwealth centralizes regulatory authority to ensure regional consistency, reliability of critical infrastructure, compliance with statewide environmental standards, and coordinated planning across jurisdictions. This structure is designed to balance local concerns with broader regional or statewide needs. It should also be noted that activities carried out directly by the federal government are often not subject to local land use controls. In practice, this means that counties in Virginia typically cannot require rezoning or approval from a board of supervisors for projects like postal facilities or federal office buildings. This does not extend to private entities simply because they receive federal funding. Projects carried out by private developers must still comply with all applicable local zoning and land use regulations. To summarize, when a major infrastructure project comes through the community and is led by a state agency or utility company, the county may review and provide input as well as coordinate to reduce local impacts. However, the county may not have approval authority. Understanding these roles helps set realistic expectations and ensures that residents know where and how to engage effectively. If you have questions about a specific project or about how to participate in a state review process, we encourage you to contact info@louisacounty.gov or visit louisacounty.gov for more information.